Hello and welcome to part 4 of my walk along the Woodhead Railway Line, the former route that closed back in 1981. Not a very good decision in most people's minds, but that's another matter. I began at Dunford Bridge and I've come through places such as Penistone and Thurgoland, and that is where I am now. So Wortley station is next. We've got about a mile or so before we get there, and if there's anything else along the route, I'm definitely going to pick it up. So having already walked from Dunford Bridge via Penistone, Thurgoland tunnels, we're now going to pick up the route just shy of Wortley, where there was a station once there, and then we pass under the A616, not the original bridge, before we end up at the main event for this part 4. And that is Deepcar, which was only taken out of use officially in late 2024, and there is still all of the track down. So that's going to be fantastic to see. It's really pretty. A little bit muddy in places, but it's really nice. Now I want to get to Deepcar, where the track is down again, and we'll have a look at a bit of that. I think there's a underpass tunnel to look at as well. From that point, I'll probably come back at some point in the future to trace the line as best as I can towards Sheffield and find a few of the locations we can get to the track without walking the track, because that's closed too recently for me to think about walking that. It might be a bit naughty. But on the other hand, from Stocksbridge, could also follow the Sheffield Corporation waterways that was used to construct the Langsett reservoirs. I have had this down on my list of things to do on the laptop for about 2 years now, and I've never done it because, okay, this is the only time all day since Dunford Bridge that it's been messy. I'll carry on telling you in a moment what I was on about. Look at the state of that. I bet this is proper flooded at times down here. We are getting out to the other end. There's a bridge coming up too, which I believe is the A616, and Wortley station wasn't far beyond that. This isn't the A616, it's a farm or occupation bridge, but I can hear the traffic for the 616. From here next to that bridge, look, all the way up there, we can see some of those cable carrier posts behind the trees. They're a long way up, aren't they? And that bridge is right there, look. Wortley railway station was situated just a short distance from Wortley village, and the station was similar to the others which opened with the line, with flanking platforms slightly askew and linked by a footbridge and a main stone-built structure with canopy on the Sheffield-bound platform. It opened on the 14th of July 1845, but would close on the 2nd of May 1955. Bridge passing over the road there. It's all fenced off on that side, but it's a low wall on that side. On this side, it's quite a high, more standard one, look. I wonder why they are both different. Crazy to think I'm still 10 miles out of Sheffield, just past a sign saying that. I'm sure glad that I'm not walking that far today. I'm not even sure how far I've walked today. I'll have a look and get you back to you. At this very point, I've done 10.5 miles according to Google Maps from Dunford Bridge. So, just over halfway. Some low-lying cable carriers here, look. And another one there. Okay, looks like we lose the trackbed momentarily. The A616 is up there. Hopefully we're picking up on the other side. You know what, since Thurgoland the path has been awful in places, and I think this is generally the worst I've seen it, and I don't think it's very good, to be honest, considering it's a really good well-known footpath, this Trans-Pennine Trail. I'm hoping it sorts itself out not too far down here, but it's very sketchy. It's improved a little bit. You can walk down it without getting bogged down. Beautiful cutting though for the colours, and look how deep it is. The rocks and the hills on either side. Beautiful cutting. Got some ballast, a little bit of ballast to show you there. Oh, look at that. So there is still the odd remaining item in there. Quite a tall one that as well, isn't it? It's quite a high embankment again, look. That's extraordinary high. Let's get you a bit closer. Another one there, look. That's a long way down. But yeah, there it is. That's good. Plenty of fence posts on the opposing side too. Concrete with a few metal brackets on. The most ballast on the ground I've seen all day. That's a heck of a lot, isn't it? Peculiar, really. Peculiar in the sense that how's it took until the latter part of 10 miles to actually see a decent amount of ballast on the ground. I spy a bridge and we can get down to it. I wonder if this is one of those tunnels that I mentioned one earlier, didn't I? Where there was a tunnel that you could get under. I carefully get down without slipping. Oh yeah, so it's quite low down. It also looks quite muddy. All riders to dismount before entering the tunnel. That's good. I'm on foot. Let's have a walk through. On the second thoughts, if I go through that now, I may need to come back and go through it again. I think I've got to come back this way and go that way anyway, because the track bed goes up for a few more minutes before it gets to where the junction was for Deepcar and Deepcar station. And I believe I'll need to come back to loop around to then get to the track a little bit further down. Okay, we'll come back to that. So I'm going to continue following this down and see how close we can get to the other track bed. Something just off the track bed that's caught my attention. Some kind of brick building. Maybe an old substation for the railway. Or pump house, I don't know. I mean, it almost looks like this was a quarry, the way it's all rugged and barren. So probably something to do with that. Right, immediately down on the track bed, I believe I can see piles of sleepers coming into view just there. Look, on the centre of the screen. There's at least half a dozen there, probably more. Wooden. There appears to be no remnants of any track or clips or anything. Still got those concrete fence posts too. More fixtures and fittings. It's crazy to think all these had a very important job once upon a time, isn't it? Through here I thought it was a telegraph pole, but it's actually an old lamp. Look at that, it's got the rungs going up it and the old lamp at the top dating back for God knows how long. Right, here we go. Coming away from that track bed. Now bear in mind, I've passed people on this track bed, the one that I'm on now, the former one off towards Manchester and Beyond, and there's no fencing or anything. You can just walk on it straight from where the Trans-Pennine Trail is. But turning around this way, we've got the track down. Look at this. A quick look at this map. This is where we've come from. This is back towards Wortley up here, and it would take us towards Sheffield down here. We've got Deepcar station here, look, and the branch line that curves away from the junction heads off towards Stocksbridge steel plant. that last had trains in there a couple of years ago and was taken officially out of use in late 2024. I will momentarily step down because, let's face it, nothing's going to come. I don't really want to follow it. We'll save it for another time. But right now, look at all these rocks that's fell. Fell from up there, I assume. Bet that was an ongoing issue. So yeah, stop. Telephone. Telephone's gone. Now then, it's another one of those lamps just here, look. What we saw earlier that was crushed into the trees. Get a bit closer. So I've got a little way up here, and these up here with the exchange sidings. There we go, got the point work there, look. They've been left set from the very final time a train came up. Plenty of snow down as well, still. It's an extremely tight curve, isn't it, as well, around there. I mean, down there, off towards Stocks Bridge Steel Terminal, no chance of those workings coming back. But there is talk of either the super tram coming up this far, which would be really, really good, or even the return of actual railway passenger trains, potentially incorporating the stations. So back on the Woodhead line for the last few hundred yards or so. This would take us towards the junction at Deepcar. More piles of sleepers, look. Even got track plates on them as well, look. Lots of them over there as well, just buried. Ballast on the ground. Coming down to a level with the track bed we've just briefly looked at. Lots of discarded rails just dumped there as well, look. I wonder if these are actually from the Woodhead line or from the recently active line on the right when track's been replaced. I'd like to think it was Woodhead, wouldn't you? And back on the track bed. Deepcar Railway Station, originally Deepcar as in two words, that opened on the 14th of July 1845 and was located between Woodhead Bridge and Wortley. The station also had two flanking platforms as per Wortley Station, and also there was an additional platform for the Stocks Bridge Railway. But sadly, this was to close in the 15th of June 1959. We'll come back here at some point and look at Deepcar in a little more detail, that's for sure. Look at that point lever frame just there. Manual operation for a set of catch points too, look. Which is set so nothing can actually go down the line. But I very much doubt that there's anything up there that could go back up the line. So I've got myself back on the Woodhead route and I'm walking back in the direction of Penistone. But that's just to go back to that little tunnel that we saw earlier, leaving the old station at Deepcar behind, and that track bed will pass below that tunnel, and then we should intercept the track bed again, roughly pretty much the other end of those exchange sidings that were going around in that curve. I still can't get over how many of these there are. Unbelievable. I'm back with the tunnel, there's the wall. That's where I went down before. So I'm going to get back down, walk through, and I shall see you on the other side. And out the other side. So that's nice, isn't it? I wonder if that was built for something to do with a quarry that was over there. So I'm going to follow this path down, and I'm hoping to meet up with the track bed once more. Well, there we go, look, faced with another one of those tunnels, but the track bed is completely fenced off. So as I said before, it's one to come and visit in the future, I think. But I can get you up alongside it, and it is a continuation of those exchange sidings, those curves around. We were previously just down there. And out the other side. There we go. Another lamppost there, look. It's actually on this side of the fence though. That's interesting. And a red brick box just there. We'll have a run up and we'll look at the track work again. Looks like this was the access road of some sort. Danger live rail line, keep out. Yeah, I can understand them still putting that. There we go. Another lamppost. These electrical wires are buzzing. So that is it. We've made it as far as Deepcar. We've seen some brilliant track work at the end of that, haven't we? And some nice relics all the way along this route in the past 4 parts of this series. But now it's come to an end. Hopefully one day we will walk that track bed, but not just yet. It's a bit too close to the bone, I think, from when it was taken out of use. We know nothing's going to turn up, but also I don't want to tell it off either. So maybe later on in the year. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment below. I'm going to be doing more around Sheffield as well, so keep an eye out for that. And also spending quite a bit of time in Yorkshire and Lincolnshire. Social media, Facebook coming up below. If you'd follow me on that, that'd be brilliant, and give it a like. See you in the next one. Bye for now.